Now we're going to have a great team of speakers, and we're going to touch on the super important topic of communities, building Bitcoin communities. So 21World, expanding and strengthening the Pleb layer. 4 stories from Plumski, Paul, Feri, and Jake about creating, educating, and connecting communities through 21World. First up, we're going to have Feri. Stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Okay, so when I was 5, my mom made me sing the English ABC. And I never thought this will be one of my superpowers. And how? You know, English is what TCP/IP for the internet. English is the key for accessing global knowledge. Many Hungarian generations are missing this key because socialism took away their chance to learn English. They also didn't learn financial skills and economic skills as well. Because, you know, in socialism, you didn't care about money. This is a big problem. This is a big problem for Hungarian society, and we still feel the effects today. In the future, I believe Bitcoin can be used not just as a trading asset, but as a savings tool, as a savings account. It's important to understand what is Bitcoin, how this works, and why we need it in our local communities as well. With Bitcoin, we can make our nations more independent and resilient for the future. To overcome the language barrier and financial illiteracy, we need more Hungarian voices, and that's where the Hungarian 21 groups came in. 1 year ago, some guys in Hungary started our group, and we have almost 300 followers and participants. We are really active on our Telegram channel. We have our podcasts, we have websites, and we translate English books and articles to Hungarian language. We have organized meetups as well. We have multiple meetups. We have decentralized meetups, so we don't gather the whole country in one place, but we are going to our local communities. So we have meetups in Budapest, at Pécs, at Miskolc, and we also started to organize events for this autumn in Miskolc. So our local community will teach. We can teach them what is Bitcoin. So this was a big step for me to get here and talk to you about Bitcoin, and I think it's a good practice, and it's a good thing to teach others as well. Finally, I want to ask a question for you, because this conference is about level up. And the question is, what do you think, how successful can be a society which their best and talented people go away, left away? Who will be turn on the fire in them about Bitcoin? So I want you to ask to you, when you are getting back home, get out of your comfort zone and learn the other people about Bitcoin as well. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Sherry. My name is Jake. I'm from the Danish community, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. So my story, I think it starts like most of the other community builders here, where you find yourself to be a little alone where you live. And yeah, I've been traveling a lot to meet other Bitcoiners around the world, and also thought for quite some time about starting something. So I want to give a shout out to the Norwegian community and the European Bitcoiners, because yeah, they supported me in go ahead and doing this. Also, I am a one-slide maximalist, and this is just a way for me to try and remember what I want to talk about. So, the Danish community group was started back in August last year, and yeah, I made a website, like a portal for people to just share whatever they wanted to share. We started a podcast, and I have to say that this is not my work alone, of course. It's been very much support from the people from the very beginning, where we were only like 4 people in the group, and it grew rapidly. And yeah, today it's still small, I would say, but we are, I think, about 160 Bitcoiners, and it's, of course, all Bitcoin only. So we have had, I think, 7, 8 meetups, mainly in Copenhagen. We have had a few also elsewhere, in Odense and Aarhus. And yeah, I'm trying to get these people around in these different cities to just, you know, carry on the stick and plan and do meetups by themselves. And that's, I think, is going well. And I hope to see many more of those guys doing that going into the future. Also, of course, we had the halving, which was celebrated in Copenhagen. We had a lot of people attending. We don't have many places where you can pay with Bitcoin, but there is one bar. And of course, we chose to do it there. So that was very fun. Also, not too long ago, like 2 weeks ago, I talked to Ariel, the Bitcoinetta guy. He came through Copenhagen on his trip to Oslo. So yeah, we managed to organize a small conference in 10 days. We also only had 30 participants, but it was good. They had good time and a barbecue. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. And on that note, with the Bitcoinetta, we have an awesome guy also. He restored this old car, painted it orange, and now he has the Bitcoin standard, which has been translated into Danish, along with Gigi's 21 lessons, also in Danish now. So we have 2 Bitcoin books in Danish, which is also good. It's a good start. And another guy, he started a shop 21, where you can purchase these books. And of course, also the car has these on board, so you can sell them whenever you see him around on the Danish countryside. Yes, that's just the podcast. The podcast, we have had 2 podcasts. The one is dying a little bit, but the other one is just very, like, down to earth. We just call it Let Us Talk About Bitcoin, and there's a nice guy. He's called Barkev, and he's doing a lot of good stuff. He's a little younger. He's very good with the social things. He do short videos on TikTok, so that's great. We had, I've made a playlist on Spotify where you can add Bitcoin music, and yeah, just trying to do different stuff for getting people interested and excited to take part in this. Of course, Noster also still even more new in Denmark, but I try to also push information about that, made a little guide in Danish. Of course, everything here has been in Danish. And yeah, plebs everywhere. So every week we see one or more joining the Telegram group. So yeah, it's of course very nice every time that happens. I know about a few other small initiatives starting out, like around Bitcoin businesses. We want to look, and me and myself included, some advisory stuff and Bitcoin mining. It's of course very interesting. Yeah, so I think that's the status in Denmark as of now. But we are also only less than a year in. So yeah, if we have 30 seconds for any questions, if there is any questions. But on a final note, I would just say, if you have thoughts about starting your own fork and are in doubt, I just want to let you know that there is a big community that will support you. So just go ahead and do it, and it's not that hard. Cheers.
Hello. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, the vision of 21World is actually, the plan is to build Bitcoin communities led by plebs around the world. It was an idea that was born in Germany, and this is the current state of affairs. This is ultimately the world that we want to see, so these types of communities being built around the world. And this is our little part. So we're DVADESETJEDAN Balkan. I'm from Serbia, but members of our group are actually mostly from the country of former Yugoslavia. Most of us speak a common language, so it's actually very easy for us to collaborate and work on these projects together. And basically our job is, the formula is pretty straightforward. In our immediate surroundings, we have to plant the seed, we have to cultivate the seed, and watch the people in our community grow into a thriving tree. We do this by organizing meetups, by creating content in our native language, and ultimately we want the people to join our community to kind of take the initiative into their own hands and do their own projects and spread the word more outside of our immediate community. So yeah, we use just traditional social media platforms to do this. We have a website where we translate Bitcoin literature, and we have some original works as well. And these are our two super famous and popular podcasters, Arvin and Pavel. They do a podcast every week. Sometimes they do it live, and they invite the community to come and participate and join the discussion, ask questions, complain, and so on. But our main action place is Telegram. So we have a Telegram group of about 600 people. Our group is separated into different subjects and topics, so there's something for everyone there, whatever they wanted to discuss. But really, the most important thing here is that we do things in meet space, that we all make friendships and build relationships, and this way we can accomplish our goals more efficiently. In the Balkans, this is always centered around eating food and mostly meat. Sometimes we have picnics in the park, and really famous Bitcoiners come and share their thoughts with us, so this is really great for the community. And we also organize trips around the whole region. This is us on the Adriatic coast in Croatia recording a podcast, so this is really cool for people to meet in person and not just online. And when you're building these communities, you really have to know the pain points and things that are of interest and what you have to emphasize to people that come and join our group. So the Balkans are kind of a region in the world that's had a lot of political instability. This is a banknote that I think to this day is one of the largest banknotes ever printed. And so people in this region are well aware of the don't trust part of the don't trust but verify. They really don't trust the system. So it's kind of a ripe region for Bitcoin to be promoted. Unfortunately, because of this kind of instability and stuff, a lot of people still fall for get-rich-quick schemes. Although we're a Bitcoin maxi group, of course, we always have a lot of shitcoiners showing up and trying to muddy the waters. So we have to very lovingly tell them, you know, shitcoins are a scam, Bitcoin is the best, Bitcoin solves everything, get out of here, you're not very smart. But also, we have to encourage those people also to convert to the right way. To do this more concretely, a year and a half ago, a group of us in Belgrade registered a nonprofit association. It's the first of its kind, a Bitcoin-only association. And one of the first things that we did is decided to have a Bitcoin-dedicated space in the center of Belgrade. This is it. We're called Hub 21. And the space is kind of during the day, it's a co-working space. This is people working there. That's Samson pretending to be working. But at night, it turns into an event space where we can host a variety of seminars, workshops. Prince Philip comes and gives presentations. We do workshops for beginners. Pavlinex gave a presentation about BTC Pay Server and so on. So we have a lot of events that happen in this space. So it's been very exciting. And yeah, I just want to say that's kind of the little story of what's happening in our region. All of our efforts are supported by the community through memberships and donations, but luckily we've also had Primal that's really been supporting us as well because they have roots in Belgrade. It's an amazing company. I encourage everybody to go and seek out their project. But really it just comes down to building communities, and the people are what matters, and that's how we spread Bitcoin through the world, and we paint the whole world orange because that's what we're all here for. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Hi guys, my name is Paul. I'm from the Dutch Fork. In 2020, my wife was diagnosed with cancer. She recovered, and a little bit more than 3 months later, she was diagnosed with cancer again. She recovered, and today I can say she is fully healed. That was the first time, thank you, she's taking pictures there. That was the first time that our family was confronted with scarcity, not in the form of money, but in the form of time. Bitcoin is scarce. Time is scarce. And like one of the greatest minds in the Bitcoin sphere, the Gigi, Bitcoin is time. 16 months ago, we started the journey to educate people on Bitcoin. We do that on our Dutch-speaking podcast in the Bitcoin School. And next to the podcast, we knew that community building is also important. And we were searching for a community in the Netherlands, and we couldn't find it. Somehow there wasn't a community we could find. We already were known with the 21 or the 21 and the 21-World community. And we looked at the map and we saw this. And let me zoom in here, guys. This is the only map in the world where you see the Netherlands isn't current orange. What we did is we started a beacon. We started a beacon with EENENTWINTIG, and by starting a beacon, we found that other beacons were finding us, and we were finding other beacons. We got introduced to Maya, and Maya, I hope we all get to know as the second ruler of a country ruling Suriname. She's a die-hard Bitcoiner, and well, let's hope she's running for president now in Suriname, and let's hope one day she will get there. And she introduced us to a group, a secret group, called the Node Runners. Yeah, there are some of the Node Runners here. And EENENTWINTIG and the Node Runners are a completion of each other. They're not a competition, because it's not about scale. We positioned it like that EENENTWINTIG is the entrance level, and that people can go up in local communities, and if they really become a toxic maximalist, they grow further and become a node runner. The result of our efforts is that when you look at the Bitcoin community in Nederland, EENENTWINTIG is placed on second place on Google right now. And we were doing that 16 months ago, and you couldn't find a Dutch-speaking community. Guys, I have a message for you. Every community starts with 2 people, and it grows with 3, 4, or 5 people. And it doesn't matter how large your community grows, every single person can make a difference and can start a community. And that person can be you. And that makes that's why I'm here on the stage. Because I started a community, and Matthias and Martin were coming to me and said, okay, we want you in Prague. So I'm thankful for them and thankful for this moment. Let's bring up the other guys. You see here 4 forks of 21 community. And we're also a community. It's one community. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.